Hello and welcome to Top 5 Friday. I'm your host Tim Cant, and recently I replaced all the human contact in my life with instances of Native Instruments contact. And I've got to say, it's gone pretty well, and I put that down to the quality of the contact libraries in today's rundown, so let's check them out. At 5, we're taping it back with Cassette Piano 02. We've got high ping levels with PONG GLOCKENSPIEL at 4. Number 3 leads us to Paths 2. Revolution serves up a musical Molotov at 2. And Exhale takes our breath away at the top spot. At 5, Cassette Piano 02 by the PHONO loop. If you're after an alternative to polished massive grand piano romplers, Cassette Piano 02 is the answer to your prayers. It's a simple upright piano multi-sampled through 4 cassette tape decks for a cool lo-fi sound. As well as the grungy sound sources, you also get access to pitch and amp envelope, filter to LFOs, so you can mould, morph and meld the piano signal to perfection. You can also control that distinctive tape noise character with amount and colour knobs and tweak the wow and flutter of the pitch drift. When you're done there are 6 inserts, phaser, lo-fi, tape saturation, cabinet, high and low filters, plus a delay and reverb sense to top everything off. Cassette Piano 02 is available only to users of the full version of Kontakt, slotting into versions 5.6.6 and upwards. Cassette Piano 02 is a breath of fresh air when it comes to sampled piano patches. It's based around 5 different choices you have here in the sound source panel. You have a stereo recording from a cassette deck, a mono version of that, and also 3 other decks recorded in mono as well. So there's quite a bit of difference in timbre there, but where the instrument really comes into its own is utilising Kontakt's built-in effects and stuff to give you a wide variety of patches. So I'm just going to play you a few of my favourites now. Bright 03 is rather nice. So yeah, instant atmosphere that will cut through a mix there. Broken 1 is very characteristic as well. Delicate, yet warm and fuzzy. If you want a bit of Zimmer style reverse, you can go for your Dark 04. There's plenty of other reverse patches as well, which is pretty cool. And then they got some weirdness. You've got FX04, I like. Rather dubby and atmospheric. And let's finish off with a little bit of Shaky 01. Just bursting at the seams with esoteric vintage atmospheres. At 4, PONG GLOCKENSPIEL by AUDIOTHING. Do you ever get the distinct whiff of metal? It looks like AUDIOTHING have really let one off with this instrument. A glockenspiel played not with mallets, but with ping pong balls. The product of AUDIOTHING's drop balls gives you 3 layers of round robin and 2 cross-faded velocity layers over 110 megabytes, meaning that this is one Glock that can easily deal with a machine gun. Not only is PONG GLOCKENSPIEL a steal for £6.95, but you also get pad, ambience and slow versions of the instrument to tinker with. Again, this is only available to owners of the full version of Kontakt, this time from 4.2 onwards. Okay guys, let's go on a deep dive into this ping pong glockenspiel instrument. If you start playing it at the low end, check this out. You can really hear those balls. Know what I mean? But as you play a bit higher up, it sounds a little bit less bally to me, I don't know. And then, as you get up there, it feels less bally to me. Maybe it's my imagination. But anyway, what can you do with this lovely sound? Well, you got a delay. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, you like that? Not quite sure why that is so satisfying. Also, you have attack and release. A little bit of a glassy sound there. These controls are more useful with the weird and wonderful presets that you also get. A pad. Let's turn the release up and go crazy. All great stuff. Who would have thought that balls could bring such joy to the world? At 3, Paths 2 by AUDIOMODERN. A must for anyone who needs an atmospheric bed of sounds in a hurry, Paths 2 gives you 25 sets of 6 complementary sounds, so you can easily select your starting point and then go in for deeper tweaking. Every one of the 25 construction kits gives you control over the level of its elements, with basic panning and tuning for each of the layers. Then in the FX tab, you can add, remove or modify the effects based on a sound with a choice of filtering, stuttering, delay, reverb, drive, EQ and glitching, with control over all the associated parameters of each effect. Pads is another full version only Kontakt instrument from version 5.5 upwards. Paths 2 is a rather lovely implementation of 25 construction kits in Kontakt. It's very easy to use. You press C3 to play a kit in its entirety. See, there are 6 parts here. You can play them individually on the octave up. And we can also tune these. And Kontakt will time stretch the audio as well. So you can work at whatever tempo or whatever key you want. Switching between the patches is very easy. You've got a big knob here. All kinds of atmospheric vibes. I like this guy. So let's play with some of the cool effects. Let's add some stutter. So you can add these per part. You've got delay and reverb as well. There's also this rather cool glitch lo-fi effect. So for atmospheric vibes in a hurry, Paths 2 is the one. At 2, Revolution by Wave ALCHEMY. Wave ALCHEMY described Revolution as the most authentic virtual drum machine ever created, bringing you the sounds of the TR-909, 808, 606, 707, CR-78, Lindrum, drum tracks, Drumulator, OBDX, and many more inside a single interface. Each of Revolution's 14 channels at the top remains the same whatever the weather, with volume panning and delay and reverb sends, as well as silent and mute functions for each kit element. Below this though, the sound module lets you select your sources from some of the most lauded drum machines out there, all meticulously sampled by the sonic heathens of Wave ALCHEMY. Revolution will work in both Kontakt and Kontakt Player, so it's ready to go for anyone. Comprehensive is the word that springs to mind when dealing with Revolution. There's an absolute ton of stuff here. Obviously, you've got your mixer, you've got a step sequencer, you've got a big boy sequencer, you've got a library of rhythms to choose from, an absolute ton of drum sounds. There's no way we can cover all this, so let's just look at how we can quickly make a beat. So there are tons of classic drum machines represented here in various permutations, so you can choose the sound of your dreams. Let's see what the 909 Mastered sounds like. Sounds sick. Let's make a beat quickly. Going to go into the sequencer. I find it a bit quicker than the step sequencer. We can set the length here. We just want a single bar, so we're going to do something real simple. And we just bosh in some triggers. We can play it back in the instruments. Let's add a little bit of swing. Let's add loads of swing. We can change out some drum sounds if we want. We can tweak them first. Still a bit much. It's kind of tasteful. Maybe we'll add some claps. Add some effects. You've got some delay and reverb sends as well. Fun all day and all night. And at number 1, Exhale by Output. Exhale is a vocal generating instrument designed specifically for modern music. The sounds you get from Exhale aren't exactly words per se, but sampled vocal chops, hooks, breaths, and other human-made sounds. There are 3 sound types: notes, loops, and slices, giving you traditional chromatic patches, synced loops, and chopped up vocal kits respectively, and each patch has 4 macros for sculpting the sound to perfection. Although Exhale's presets cover a lot of ground, you can also go deeper into the engine page, tweaking the sound source's properties, the rhythmic movement of the sound, and effects like filtering, phaser, and saturation. Well, you can breathe a sigh of relief, guys, because Exhale is here to provide you with some incredible vocal sounds. They come in 3 types: notes, loops, and slices. Let's check out some of the notes. What have we got here? Vocal pads, that's right up my alley. How about this one? Gorgeous stuff. I'm definitely going to be using that. This one's cool too. Loads of gorgeous stuff in here. And there's like 250 of these things. Also, without going into it too deeply, you can go into the engine, program them from scratch yourself using the provided audio. Let's check out some loops. You get 125 of these bad boys. So you get an octave of loops basically for each of these. You can change whatever key you're in and stuff as well. Major or minor. It'll time stretch it around, of course. And then you've got the slices mode, which is really nice. So basically, this is giving you a kind of, if you're a bit old school, you might think of it as sort of Todd Edwards, maybe MJ Cole or Danny Byrd-esque chopped up vocals. So let's put it back on C and see how it sounds. And there's another 125 of these. So there's loads of really cool contemporary sounds in here. This one is particularly good. Plus there's plenty of ways to edit it as well. We've got really powerful controls here. And there's tons of ways to search for sounds. It's really a rather slick package. Well, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for now. But why not join us next time to find out if I've been let back into human society and also check out some amazing new plugins. Bye-bye.